Action.
Alright, we're going to have a look at the variables grid, how to use the variable grid for conducting a fair test. So we draw up a grid here that looks like a noughts and crosses grid, and in the middle square we put in there the test that we're going to look at. In this case it's going to be parachuting.
The fact that you're all working with me.
And so now we put the variables around the variables grid that will affect that investigation. So what things will affect our investigation on parachuting? Kids might say the size of the chute, they might say the mass, the number of strings, the height, the colour.
Don't believe a word he's saying.
The colour of the man. Another one, Warren.
Vents. Number of vents. Environmental conditions.
Okay, now I'm going to do description.
Human error.
Human error.
Case where, students didn't know all.
And if you have extra ones, it's easy to make your grid even bigger, and you just keep expanding. Once you get to when you get to that stage, put a C for all the things that you are going to control,
Resources.
and put an I for the one that you are actually going to test, which is our independent variable. From that, we pull that out now, we make a new variables grid for the mass. And we would do exactly the same thing now with all the variables that will affect the mass. Now when you're constructing your method, you'll use a variables grid here and you'll tick off as you control each variable. So for the size, we'll say we'll use the same size army man every single time. Tick. The number of strings, we're going to use a parachute that only has 4 strings. Tick. And the kids will go through and write their method and tick off as they do each individual thing that needs to be controlled. The other thing that you can do is then pull out the human error and make another grid for human error. And they list in there all the things that will affect the experimental outcome. And as they write the discussion, they need to discuss every single one of them and the implications that has on the results of their experiment. That's the variables grid.